Hi, it's Stephen here from Sound of an Ocean Wave, and this is day 11 of the February daily draws. So let's see what message we get today. And I'll be taking the first card from the Gilded Tarot Royale, followed by an oracle card from the Seasons of the Witch Imbolc Oracle. So let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. Seven of Cups. Choices. Options. Maybe even ideas that are maybe have the possibility, the potential of being distractions. Sometimes our minds, our imaginations, bring up various things of what we might like, what we desire to bring into our lives, what we want, what we think will bring us happiness and fulfillment. And there could be all kinds of possibilities. We think of all the different things. And we wonder which one of these will bring that elusive happiness or fulfillment that we've been seeking. When we the other day when we had the Eight of Cups, which was about go in search of some new connections, something new to bring this sort of happiness, growth, fulfillment, satisfaction into our lives, there's the temptation that we can lose sight of what is right for us because we become overwhelmed by this, by a huge amount of possibilities. There are numerous options to choose from. Is this what's going to bring that? When we're in search of something that's going to bring us that happiness and fulfillment, will we know it when we see it? We can think about all the things that it might possibly be, but do we really know? And if we see it, do we know that? Will we recognize that that's what it is that's going to bring that fulfillment? All these different things represented here. And they're in the clouds, they're in our minds, we're thinking about them. We're thinking about what's going to bring that happiness and fulfillment that we're seeking. But it's in our imagination, maybe things we're dreaming of or imagining. But what's the reality? What's the thing that's going to bring it in? Will we know it when we see it? When we come across it? If we remain focused on our and connected to our true selves and our sense of what it is we want and why we need it in our lives, yes, I believe we will attract the right thing into our lives at the right time. And if we're looking in the right place, there will seem to be a connection there. But the important thing is not to be too obsessed with trying to figure it out. Because the more that we fill our minds with all these different options, the more it's literally going to cloud the issue. These cups are up here in the clouds. And if our head is in the clouds, instead of focused on where we are in the moment here, in the situation. Yes, it's good to dream, to wonder about certain things. What if this would come into my life? Yes, there is, some harmless sort of aspect to that. But if we're constantly thinking about, well, is it this? Is it that? We're too, our attention span and our focus is too weakly divided among all different things. No, if we don't let these things become distractions and we just concentrate on moving forward, being open to possibilities, being aware of our true selves and what's important to us and our values and our current needs that we have now, not things we might desire like in the future, but what we're desiring now, what we're needing as well, what it is that our purpose needs to be fulfilled. If we're moving forward with that intention, something will appear and we will find that connection to it. And as we explore it, that one thing, not a myriad of things that will confuse us, but that one thing will soon begin to tell whether it's the right opportunity, the right situation, the right experience, whatever it may be. We'll have that deep knowing and we'll sort of know, yes, this is it. I believe this is what we've been looking for. Or we may decide that, no, this isn't quite right for me. Then we can move on to something else. Carry on our search. But if during the search we're full of all these different things all at once, it's going to bring confusion. It's going to make it harder for us to discern the true thing that we should be seeking. So we need to keep things narrowed down and not let our minds be cluttered with all kinds of ideas and imaginings. And I think that's what this Seven of Cups is saying to us today. Yes, keep your options open, but don't fill your mind too much with what those options may be. Just keep your heart open and ready as you move forward. And that way you'll get the clarity, the discerning connection at the right time. And eventually we will find that which we need. So don't be distracted. Don't be overwhelmed. Take it one step at a time and we will get there. Okay. Let's see which oracle card we get to go with that. Sacred space. We had this the other day when we're talking about don't sort of reject what seems ordinary and mundane. Mundane to eyes of my own, these sacred responsibilities are mine to embrace. Sometimes it may be, we may be, you see, all these things, we may be thinking of some grand thing, the big thing that's going to make the difference in our lives. But it could be something simple and ordinary that other people would just not really pay attention to and consider worth paying attention to. But for us, it's an important detail that we're to embrace. So it could be something, it might not be bright and shiny and glowing, full of gold and whatever. It could be just simple, something simple that we need at this moment. And when we find it, that simple thing will make a big difference to us. So don't be distracted what other people would consider all the pretty things that we could be attracted to. It may be something just ordinary that we need that's going to be the key. And that, I believe, is the message of the cards today. Okay, so that is today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 12. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.